Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open a strategic dossier that lays out a blueprint for creators to go from being digital tenants to becoming digital landlords. This is all about engineering real, tangible equity in the creator economy. This quote just cuts right to the chase. It's one thing to get your foot in the door, to have access, but it is a whole other ballgame to actually own the building. And that's what we're going to break down today, the strategy for owning the deed. So how do you make that jump from tenant to landlord? Well, the entire strategy really hinges on one core idea, and this dossier calls it the signal path.
Now, this isn't just a fancy way of saying you're putting content out there. Oh no. Think of it like this. You're not just driving on the highway, you own the highway itself. You own the on-ramps, and you own the destination. It's a direct, high-quality line of communication where you control everything, the experience, and, most importantly, the data.
And make no mistake, this has been a long game. We're talking about a strategy that's been evolving for over 20 years. It started on the ground with direct radio broadcasts, literally capturing a listener's ear before algorithms were even a thing. Then it moved online, proving you could rally a huge audience with early social media. And now we're in the final phase, complete infrastructure ownership. It's all about taking back that direct connection. But why was this new playbook even necessary? To really get that, we have to rewind a little bit and look at the era that created the problem in the first place, the age of the social media platform. For a good long while, the gift these platforms gave us felt like magic. All of a sudden, tools like YouTube and Google Hangouts gave any creator a global stage. The old barriers to entry, they just vanished. If you had a camera and an internet connection, you could build a real audience from scratch. And the really revolutionary part was that these tools were free. They completely wiped out the overhead for small businesses, for artists. You could run team meetings, hold press conferences, even make money from webinars, all without spending a dime on the tech. For a while there, it really did feel like a golden age. But that gift, that incredible reach, it came with a very heavy and often hidden price tag. What it did was create a whole generation of digital tenants who were out there building these beautiful, elaborate houses on land they would never, ever own. And here it is. This is the catch. This is the hidden cost. All that viral content, every view, every single like, it was all just free market research for the platforms. Creators were the ones providing the valuable cultural data, but it was the platforms that were cashing in and extracting all the equity. All right, so that's the problem. And this is the solution. It's a fundamental shift in mindset. It's about stopping thinking like a digital tenant and starting to think like a digital landlord. Just look at the difference here. On one side, you have Tenant Logic. That's all about chasing vanity metrics, views, followers, on someone else's property. But Landlord Logic, it's the complete opposite. It's about building lasting, valuable assets on your own turf. You stop renting space and start owning the actual infrastructure that connects you to your audience. And you might be surprised where this Landlord Logic begins. It's not some abstract idea. It's actually a technical standard. It all starts with this number, 320 kilobits per second. So why does this number matter so much? It's not just about sounding a little bit better. See, what you might not realize is that the big platforms, they automatically compress your audio and video. They degrade the quality of your work to save their own bandwidth. By insisting on this higher standard, you bypass them completely. You deliver a master quality experience, creating a premium asset that no platform can touch or devalue. So what you're really doing here is building your own digital fortress. Step 1, you set the quality standard high. Step 2, you use your own tech to deliver it, cutting out the middleman. Step 3, you legally register every single asset you create, so you track and collect every cent you're owed. And finally, you start treating every single listener like a direct personal connection in your own private network. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Let's get into the proof. Let's look at the data and see the kind of powerful engine this strategy actually builds. I want you to really think about this number. We live in a world of 15-second clips and infinite scrolling, right? Getting someone's attention for even a minute feels like a victory. This high-fidelity direct signal has been engineered to hold an audience for an average of 27.7 minutes. That is almost half an hour of undivided attention. It's practically unheard of today. And that incredible attention, it's not just for show. It translates directly into market access. We're talking about a proven reach of 87% of the travel-ready global diaspora. Now, this is a very specific, high-value audience. They're the primary economic drivers of a multi-billion-dollar cultural economy. So this isn't just about getting eyeballs. It's about connecting with the right eyeballs.
So, what's the secret sauce here? Why does this work so well? The dossier has a fantastic term for it: neurofidelity. The idea is that the superior audio quality isn't just nice to listen to, it creates an actual physiological lock-in effect. It engineers a level of immersion that your brain just can't get from compressed audio, making it powerful enough to beat the endless scroll.
Okay, so the model is proven. It works, it captures attention, and it owns the audience. So what's next? How do you scale this thing up? And this is where the final piece of the puzzle clicks into place. This isn't just about a creative strategy anymore. It's framed as a massive, multi-billion-dollar market opportunity that's just sitting there, waiting to be ignited. This brings us to what's called the ignition ask. And the number might actually surprise you. Now, what's crucial to understand is this capital isn't for making more content. The creative engine is already proven and running. This is purely for infrastructure, for things like global licensing fees, and for scaling the network so we can handle over 100,000 concurrent users. It's the last step in turning a proven concept into a global force. And really, this is the whole mission in a nutshell. By making the shift from digital tenant to digital landlord, a creator moves way beyond just making stuff. They put themselves in a position to build an infrastructure, to own an audience, and to capture a real, significant piece of a global economy. The question this dossier leaves us with is who's ready to start building?